Hi there, my name's Dustin Sortor, CEO and owner of Ryder Records. But today I'm here to talk to you about Robert John Lange, who's one of the most outstanding, influential producers of all time in my eyes. Better known as Mutt Lange, Mutt is a Zambonian-born British record producer and songwriter born in 1948. He began his career in 1976 when he produced Graham Parker's Heat Treatment. It wasn't until 3 years later that Lange had his first breakthrough with AC/DC and their hit Highway to Hell. Following up a year later, Lange was back with AC/DC for Back in Black and in 1981 produced the Foreigners album titled 4. Lange became a Grammy nomination as Producer of the Year off of the album 4. With all that going on that year, Lange also managed to produce Def Leppard's High and Dry. On Lange's songwriting side, he authored the hits including Loverboy's Lovin' Every Minute of It and Huey Lewis and the News' Do You Believe in Love. In 1986, Lange reunited with AC/DC for their album Who Made Who, which to some was just a cheap soundtrack to Stephen King's Maximum Overdrive, whereas to others it served as a retrospect to AC/DC. The list really goes on for Mutt, though in 1987, Mutt returned to Def Leppard for Hysteria, which is one of the best-selling rock albums of all time. Lange went on to do some country stuff in the mid-90s with Shania Twain, who later became his wife until 2008. Between the two, they took country and influenced pop music into the country scene and brought Shania to the pop level with some simple country overtones, doing such hits as Whose Bed Have Your Boots Been Under and Any Man of Mine. After this country stuff in the mid-90s, Lange moved back into the pop era and produced some of the tracks off the hit record Millennium from the Backstreet Boys. While Lange continued to produce mega hits throughout the early millennium, in 2008, after the divorce with his ex-wife Shania Twain, Lange continued doing spurts of mega hits such as Nickelback's Dark Horse and Maroon 5's Hands All Over. If you think back over all the albums, singles, and projects I've been talking about, Mutt Lange truly is an inspiration to many, an amazing producer, and again in my eyes, an iconic symbol to classic hits throughout the years he has been involved in the industry. Still today, Lange produces for some of the best artists out there. Let's talk a little bit about Lange's life at home, if you will. In 1991, he produced and co-wrote Bryan Adams' Everything I Do It For You, which was a single written for the film Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. That song currently holds the record for the longest consecutive #1 UK chart single with 16 consecutive weeks. Well, after talking to Shania Twain on the phone for many hours, they finally met 6 months later, and that's when they decided to get married. Lange had the song Everything I Do It For You performed as a sign of dedication to his new wife. This kind of brings back memories to me. The song from Bryan Adams, Everything I Do It For You, was also my brother's wedding song from when he married his wife. Lange was also said to be a teetotaler, if you will, which is someone who is completely abstinent from drinking alcoholic beverages, which means at the wedding with Shania, there was no alcohol, just a non-alcoholic champagne. Pay attention to some of Shania's later work and writing. In 2008, when the two separated, it was due to Lange having an affair with Shania's best friend, Mary Ann, which Shania is now married to her best friend's ex-husband, Frederick. So if that isn't country pop writing material for you, I'm not sure what is. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening to me, and I hope you learned as much as I did from doing the research on one of my favorite producers. Again, I'm Dustin Sortor, CEO and owner of Ryder Records. Thank you for tuning in and have a great day.